Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here with
Ready.
and no more bag on the head. I thought you guys would see that funny. I keep it real, right? I keep it real. I was messing around with the dog, so my hair's a little cockadoo now. But yeah, it turned out pretty well. I still have the ombre effect, which is okay. I don't feel like stripping the color out. I'm not stripping the color out. It's really hard on your hair. It's even more traumatizing to your hair than bleaching it. So, just so you know, this will eventually fade down some. But anyway, so got that done. I have had a very rough night last night. I just could not sleep, and I was in some discomfort from my shoulder. I lifted yesterday, and it's really hard for me not to go just like really heavy because I love to lift. But it wasn't that I went too heavy. It's just my muscles are letting me know that, hey, you know, we would like to be lazy and you just worked us. So it'll eventually get better. But so I was up until it was after 9:30 this morning. And wasn't it? Yeah.
It was.
So, but that's life. It's going to happen sometimes. What else? So I decided today, let me get a drink of coffee right now. I decided today that I was complaining to Brad because he wanted to feed me hamburger again tonight. Not his fault, but I just didn't want to eat hamburger again. So what I need to do is dig in the freezer. So what happens is, okay, you buy hamburger, you divide it up, because we always buy a big package, divide it up. So then when you open up whatever freezer, it's right there. And so the other stuff gets shoved way in back. So I need to kind of go through and see what I have, especially in the small freezer. And then we need to sit and do some meal planning because, I'd like to have it be a better balance, not as much hamburger. And I understand, right, with grocery prices right now, hamburger is not, I won't say it's one of the cheaper things, because it is not cheap anymore. But,
not like it used to be.
And simply have gotten pickier about what I eat, and so has Brad as we've gotten older. Like, we bought these really cheap hot dogs. They're horrible. They are. They are just horrible. I won't eat them. Now, I'm not expecting to have ballparks or anything, but these make bar-ass hamburger or hot dogs look like caviar. Seriously, it's that bad. So, we'll probably end up thawing those out and probably maybe chop them up and give them to the dogs as treats.
That would work.
Especially when I have to do something like clip their nails and stuff, and would like to give them something a little, little more. So, yeah, sometimes you get, like, we had some bologna. I had a piece of it the other day, and I'm like, my God. And I don't think that was Bar's brand.
No, that was the cheap.
No more that there is, you got it, Food Lion. It's not.
Yeah, no, it's not.
No, it was like having a salt lick. That bad. And then you could taste kind of like the fat in it too. You're like, And I feel bad for you and complaining about that, because I know there's, with hard economic times stuff, there's people that would love to have any kind of meat right now. So please forgive me for that. I'm not trying to act uppity either. I'm just saying that sometimes, as we all get in life, we go through all different stages. I'm like, I can't eat hamburger again tonight. Now, probably tomorrow, but not tonight. So what am I going to do? I'm going to have a protein shake. And then, you can always pick up your carbs easy. That's never a problem to pick up the carbs. And then I'll probably cook up some cabbage, so we can have that. How did you like it in the oven the other day?
It was okay.
You don't like it that way?
I'm starting to get burned out on cabbage.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'll wait for a bit.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll just cook some. I like it.
Yeah.
So I'm not burned out on it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like you're not burned out on hamburger yet, but I am.
No.
So,
you are.
You know, so yes, dilemma, right? But yeah, if I don't want to eat whatever, you know, and then we occasionally go through that where one of us will cook something, and the other one's like, no thanks. It's like Brad loves any kind of sausage, and he loves kielbasa, the kielbasa,
Yeah.
and stuff, and I'm not that big of a fan. So, you know, it's like, were you gonna eat those hot dogs or no? They're
Yeah.
nasty. Why? Please don't feel obligated. They're nasty, babe.
No, I was gonna. If I boil them, they're not near as salty.
Okay. Well, you can do whatever you want with them.
Okay.
I didn't know, and also with the sausage. I'm not just talking about the stuff you made, but those box links and stuff. So you know, it's whatever on that. I've been thinking about wanting an omelet lately.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we could do. We'll go ahead and get out those little ham slices. We'll let it unthaw, and then I'll make us up some omelets later.
Okay.
How's that?
That sounds good.
Yeah, and then we could have a bagel with it.
Because I suck at making omelets.
I know. That's why I say I'm going to make the omelets, because he does. He tries really hard, but yeah, he just cooks them too fast and stuff. So, yeah, if you could get out that ham.
Yeah.
Okay. That solves that dilemma. No protein shake. I keep thinking I'd like to get some protein shakes that are already made, but those are so darn expensive.
Yeah.
I won't do it, you know. And it doesn't take that long to come out here and make one, you know. So, you know, 'cause sometimes that would be better to have if you're hungry than go and have some other stuff you shouldn't have.
Well,
So
one of the things I like about what's making the protein shakes is throwing ice in it
yeah.
in the blender, because it kind of makes it more like a shake.
Well, there were a couple of things I thought made my blood glucose go higher was, cause what I need to take some insulin, because I didn't take any yesterday morning, I should have, is I've been eating those protein bars.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll have like half a protein bar late at night, and you know, the carbs in it. You have to really, when I test my blood sugar, I really have to sit, if it's a little higher than I want it to be, sit and digest, what have I eaten? When did I eat it? And a lot of times you'll pinpoint, oh, I ate this that I normally do not eat. Like, I try very hard now to stay away from as much sodium as possible. So, like, I'm not eating, like, I love soups, but I'm not eating very many of them. I also love pickles, but I'm staying away from them. There's a number of things like that, because I know if I eat them, my foot's going to blow up. So, you know, anyway, so still going to go through the freezer and then do some meal planning, and I need to start some laundry. I want to kind of pick up the house, and then I need to do that shoe rack. I need to put the shoes on it. So it's kind of a low-key day, but I'm feeling low-key. I feel very tired, you know, but I'll get through it. Shoulder feels fine today. You know, usually on the days that I'm lifting with weights is when it'll be sore that morning. And actually what I think is bothering me more right now is the carpal tunnel through here. So, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
What else? We don't really have anything planned. We don't even have any prescriptions we have to pick up. You know, I got in some more applesauce pouches. We really like to eat, we both eat one of those right after we test, usually, unless we have bananas. And then for a post-workout thing, that's really great, you know. So, yeah. Little by little, we get there. I thought there was going to be something so cool I should tell you guys. Now I can't think of it. Like I said, I'm extremely tired today. I was listening to that song just a little bit ago. This is Halloween. One of the things you guys may not know about me is not only am I a horror buff, and it wouldn't be uncommon to see a head stuck here or there, or like hand or whatever, is I love Nightmare Before Christmas. I do. I love Nightmare Before Christmas. It's my very favorite thing. And they have the song This Is Halloween. And if you type that in, check it out. It's so cute. And that is my favorite Halloween song. This is Halloween. You know, how many times you heard me singing that over the years?
Lord. Yeah.
But I love any kind of Nightmare Before Christmas. I love it all. So, yeah. I very much love that movie. So, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just rearranging stuff.
Oh.
I'm trying to do it very quietly.
Be quiet. Be very quiet. Didn't go get too much further on Jelly's sweater. In fact, I did not work on it yesterday because we were busy doing stuff. You know, rearranging stuff, and I was sorting through stuff, but we're getting this house nice, aren't we, honey?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll show you guys. I'm still doing, see, how far I have. And I have an arm holey here, and I will have one here. I just have to take some off the pegs and then go back and forth. But yeah. So it's coming along. This will be her 6th sweater, and that's all she gets for now.
That last one you just finished?
Yeah.
That is by far and away the most perfect fit.
Thank you.
You
Yeah,
done
it
really
does
good
fit
on
her
that.
really well. You know, it takes a while to really kind of determine, you know, play around with your pattern and stuff, see what works best. So I'm pretty happy with it. Kind of getting geared up to do some more stuff. I'm hoping tomorrow, we got to clean house tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm hoping I should have time to go in there and do at least a pour. And I need to sit down and make a list of Christmas gifts we need to make and who we're making to what. Because we need to start on those.
Yep.
We need to start on those because, like I said, Christmas will be here, you know, in 8 to 9 weeks. And, you know, so I've been thinking about that. It's like I need to finish some paintings. I know we're going to send his father one of my paintings, his father and stepmother, you know. And then he can send something that he's made too. So, but, yeah, I need to make my Christmas list and get on it. And years ago, I would start making stuff for Christmas back in September because, you know, you had to. But,
And sometimes you'd start even sooner.
yeah. And I start doing the Christmas baking and stuff because I would bake the cookies and then freeze them, you know, because I did a lot of varieties, a lot of big batches, you know, with a good time. I can now reflect on it fondly and not feel like I want to bawl my eyes out, so that's good. Anything else?
Nope.
We still have green pepper, but do we still have fresh mushrooms?
Yeah.
Okay. So I thought in the omelet I would put, you know how I cook the onions and the pepper before I mix it. If you're worried about your vegetables getting done, especially peppers can take a little bit longer. I usually partially cook them in the microwave. So I'll put onion, green pepper, mushrooms, a bit of ham, and of course cheddar cheese. And yeah, it'll be easy. I learned how to make omelets when I was in high school. You know, we had like a whole week on just making omelets.
You do such a much better job than me.
You know. Well, thank you.
Yeah, that's one of those things I can't do it.
But yeah, I don't know if you guys are like us, but as inflation rises and we're in this recession, and I truly believe we are in this recession. They keep saying recession's coming. It's here. You know, except there still seem to be plenty of jobs. But I think that will become less and less as more businesses have to shut down. In our area, in our state, I was wondering, where are all the festivals? Where are all the, like, hay rides, pumpkin patches, that? I mean, because I have never done a hay ride. I've never seen a corn maze. I've never seen a pumpkin patch that you went to. And I'd like to experience that. Well, a lot of them have closed down. Since COVID on, they just can't make it, and they've closed down their farm for that. So, I mean, you still could go. It'd be like an hour away, and I really, frankly, don't want to go an hour away. So it's not that big of a deal. But I think as more businesses start to close, you're going to have less jobs, and you might be middle class right now. Be ready. You could be lower class real fast. You might get laid off your job suddenly or whatever, and So I think as we go through this recession, though, what I was getting at is I find myself wanting to make more things at home. I think that is kind of good for all of us to learn. I know people that did not cook at all that since they were home started cooking, or maybe they just cooked a little bit and they started cooking a lot more. And that way you know exactly what's in it. But, you know. Oh, and thank you. Those cinnamon rolls you made are so good. You taunted me with those.
Well, you kind of alluded to the fact that it would not be a good thing.
Well, because that time, we have to plan out our carb venture. I call it the carb venture. Those of you that are diabetics understand what I mean. You can only have so many carbs a day, and you're like, don't hit me with a surprise of that here's some cake that you bought when I already had my carb allowance. So then I'm like, but I mean, no, if we're planning on it, then I know that's my carbs for the day.
Okay.
What you could do is just freeze part of them. We don't need to have a great big pan. And that way you don't have to do it near as often.
That's very true.
Do we still have waffles in the freezer?
Like 3 left.
Okay, no, I didn't know if I need to think about making some more.
Yeah.
This time I do them from scratch because I think they'll be cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
And you love my waffles.
I do. And
my homemade one.
That particular batch, it wasn't that good. I mean, they were good, but because you use a mix on those.
Yeah, but I thought they were good.
It's not like yours.
What the heck, man?
Not like your normal ones.
Now you ain't getting any. See how you are?
Not like your normal ones.
But Brad makes the best sugar-free cinnamon rolls. They're just excellent. But occasionally you'd like to have something like that. You're like, I love to have me a nice cinnamon roll and a nice steaming hub of coffee. Hub of coffee. See how tired I am? Hub of coffee. I'm going to have me a nice hub of coffee and like I said, my main concern every day is that I don't go over too much on the carbs, and that's so easy to do, and it'll get easier to go over as we start going into the seasons here. All the major events. Because whether or not we don't have people bringing us plates of food, or plates of cookies and stuff. But I'm used to being a cookie maker, so I would love to make some cookies. But I don't know if you're ready for me to make some cookies. You only get so many carbs.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. We can either have me make cookies for now, or you can do the cinnamon rolls. Because when I say, I don't want you to make them right now, it's because maybe we already have something.
Yeah.
That we need to use. And I think at that point in time you were making You had done the pizza crust, and then you had made that loaf of bread too.
Yeah.
And so you cannot have two baked items in the house at once.
That's a bad situation.
If you do, freeze a lot of it. And that's what we do, because apparently we're never going to learn how to cook anything small, right? So we end up freezing a lot of it. And that's okay, because then when you want to have something, like last time I made a whole mess of meatloaf, and we froze a lot of it. And that's been nice, because there's some nights that, it's like, what do we have? And, we haven't been buying the convenience foods because they're expensive, like chicken nuggets or any of that kind of stuff. It's like, okay, well, we have that, so it works out. I'm so addicted to cauliflower rice. So is Brad. We love that stuff. It is so good. It is very, very good. I haven't done the cauliflower mash yet, but we love the rice. Yeah, you take, you cook it up, like how you normally would, and then you mash it just like you would potatoes. Carol says it's really, really, really good. Oh, I would try it. You would try it. You never know.
Yeah.
I don't like the cauliflower pizza crust. No, that's not a thing for me. I just didn't care for it.
But when it comes to mashed potatoes, you were my first that made me real mashed potatoes.
Yeah. He'd never had real mashed potatoes before. He just had the instant. So, and I've always just done real mashed potatoes for the most part, But first time I ever had instant potatoes was we got, as a kid, story time, aren't you glad? I know that some of you guys enjoy the stories. As a kid, my grandparents always loved good fried chicken. Now, my grandmother made the best fried chicken ever, right? And she taught me how to do it. She did not teach my mother, just me. There's a secret to how she did hers. But anyway, if there would be like the big family over, like, my aunt and uncle and all their kids and our kids, us and stuff, she would order Kentucky Fried Chicken. She'd put a list together and send somebody over to get it. Kentucky Fried Chicken was, then at that point, that was still that CY location on there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, teeny tiny store.
Yep.
And they'd go over there and get that. So that was the first time I ever had what I guess they would call a Happy Meal now. But you know how it used to come, it still does, in little boxes, and then how many pieces of chicken and your potatoes and coleslaw and roll. So that's the first time I ever had anything like that. Was instant potatoes was through KFC. So yeah. We've been cooking more at home, I just need to plan it out. I don't mind getting out in the kitchen and cooking. I think Brad's getting a little burned out on it. He wonders how I did it for so many years.
Yeah.
And, especially when you have a hamburger and chicken. And, but you do what you have to do. And, so I would like to share more in the cooking. And when we do our menu, because we are never going to learn how to cook just in small batches, we're gonna, sometimes you have to wait a number of days after one of us cooks something, because we'll eat it for leftovers for the next 2 days, 2 or 3 days. So we're not gonna put like specific days, but we're gonna put like, hey, making cabbage soup, or making tacos or meatloaf or spaghetti or any of that. And that way we can balance it a little better. I've been on a fish kick lately. We got the best salmon that we've had in quite a while from Aldi's. Aldi's also does have a great price on fish. At least we consider it. Anything that says like the Fremont market, but I know it's Fremont, all of their fish products are excellent. I haven't found anything we don't like yet. They have the salmon, and it is good. Brad made that the other night. It was so good. He made that, and he cooked the asparagus What else did we have, babe?
Don't remember.
Did we have leftover potatoes still? Did we have some of that?
Yeah, we did.
I had cooked up potato mix a few days before, which was regular potatoes, regular russets, some sweet potatoes, the onion and green pepper in it, and we ate off of that for about 4 days too. That was our carbs, so. But it was excellent anyway. That fish was to die for. It was so good. And, I really have been craving that. And the asparagus was excellent too. They have really good asparagus there at Aldi's too. I'm going to put in a complaint though, because we've been buying the avocado bags lately. And all out of, there's 6 in a bag, 4 of them were rotten. I took a picture of them last night. I'm going to complain because, that's not acceptable.
Well, especially how expensive
They're very expensive. But anyway, that's about all we got going on today. Just kind of low key. I'm trying to stay awake because I really just want to sleep right now. I really just want to sleep. So, I guess that's about all we got going on.
Yeah.
Still trying to just play catch up with stuff mainly. So, Marnie, if you watch this, contact me, girl, because I want to know if you want some headbands. I'll make you some headbands and throw them in there for nothing. But, remember you were talking about headbands. Yeah. So, that's about all we got going on, right, hon?
I think so.
So, anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Remember, do something nice for somebody else, and then do something nice for yourself. Like and subscribe if you haven't, please. And I would love to get up over 1,000 and keep it that way. It's not all about the numbers for me, of course, but I just would like to. And I do cherish your friendship so very much, and I do love you guys. And a couple videos back, I put in the description a whole lot more information, and I will put that on the videos I have just done also. It has like our contact information and different, if you wanted to send money or anything. Not that we're begging, but sometimes people just like to say, hey, it's your birthday, here's $10 or whatever. So, and like how to, or just more what we're about and stuff. So, trying. I do read all you guys' comments too, but usually Brad is the one that replies. But if you want me to specifically reply, just say that and I will. What else, hon? Anything else? That's it.
I think you got it all covered.
I gotta stay awake. Anyway, I love you guys and I do cherish your friendship so very much. And as always, everybody say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.